Welcome to part 6 of our virtual tour of the First Amendment Museum located in Augusta, Maine. During part 6, we'll be discussing the First Amendment's often complicated relationship with teenagers and young people. Although the Constitution and Bill of Rights apply to American citizens from the moment they're born, young people are considered a special class that has unique First Amendment restrictions. This is due to the legal doctrine of competing interests, wherein the federal government has decided that there are things just as important to young people as their First Amendment freedoms. These include their safety, well-being, and education. This is why students can go to detention in public schools for saying something that breaks the rules without it being a First Amendment violation. Even with these competing interests, however, young people throughout American history have found ways to use their First Amendment freedoms. The attention of visitors to this room is immediately grabbed by a giant 16 by 4 foot banner hanging from the ceiling. On this banner, written in duct tape, are the words, "Bong hits for Jesus." Believe it or not, this ridiculous banner was actually the centerpiece of a major Supreme Court case involving the free speech rights of students. In 2002, a group of Alaskan high school students, led by a teenager named Joseph Frederick, unfurled this banner during the 2002 Olympic torch relay then going through Juneau, Alaska. The students were off campus, but were part of a school event that had formed to watch the relay. Frederick's principal, Deborah Morse, seized the banner from Frederick, crumpled it up, and suspended him. Frederick sued, claiming his free speech had been violated. The lawsuit eventually ended up in the Supreme Court, where the court decided, in a 5-4 decision, that Morse's seizure of the banner and suspension of Frederick was not a violation of the First Amendment because school officials had a right to suppress speech that promoted illicit and illegal drug use, because the banner had the words "bong hits" on it. The original banner is now proudly on display at the First Amendment Museum as a testament to this remarkable story. Other young people, like Joseph Frederick, use their First Amendment freedoms to push boundaries, advocate change, and advance the sort of causes they wanted to see in not only the nation but the world. Take, for example, Samantha Smith. In 1982, when Smith was only 10 years old, she wrote to Soviet leader Yuri Andropov, seeking to understand why the Soviet Union and the United States didn't get along. Andropov responded by inviting Smith to the Soviet Union as a goodwill ambassador from the United States. Smith accepted Andropov's invitation and visited the Soviet Union in 1983. The event was a media circus, and little Samantha Smith captured the heart of both the US and the USSR. Smith became known as America's youngest ambassador. She's just one of many American youths from throughout US history who have used their First Amendment freedoms to make a difference. The First Amendment Museum seeks to continue to utilize this room to explore the relationship between young people and the First Amendment. We hope these stories inspire other young people today to use their First Amendment freedoms to make a difference. Thank you for joining us for part 6 of our virtual tour of the First Amendment Museum located in Augusta, Maine.
Please join us for part 7, where we will be discussing the role the Supreme Court plays in interpreting the First Amendment.